Hi Charlie, welcome to my 47th video polling analysis day where I break down and analyze the LinkedIn poll that I posted last week and that closed this morning. Now last week's poll question was a bit simpler than the ones that I usually post, and that question was, are professional athletes overpaid? There were only two answer choices because I wanted to make it as simple as possible and I wanted to get a feel for how people really thought about this question. So there was no cop-out, maybe or I'm not sure answer choice. The two answer choices were only yes and no. Either professional athletes are overpaid in your opinion or they aren't. And the reason that I asked this question is because with the sports season kind of dying down a little bit because the Super Bowl has already happened, so football season won't be happening for another couple of months. March Madness is still going on, but it's not nearly as well known or nationally renowned as the Super Bowl. So given that, I kind of wanted to take a step back and let people decide whether professional athletes truly deserve their 7-figure and sometimes 8-figure salaries. Now, unsurprisingly, this poll got 114 votes, which is well above my average of about 80 to 85 votes per poll. Considering that professional athletes are some of the most recognizable and sometimes divisive figures in the country, I'm not really surprised that engagement on this poll was quite good. So anyway, onto the distribution. 67% of my voters said that yes, professional athletes are overpaid. By contrast, 33% of them said that professional athletes are not overpaid. They deserve every penny of their 7 or 8-figure salaries. Now, it was quite fascinating because almost double the number of individuals who voted no voted yes. So basically 2 times more people voted yes than voted no, which isn't that kind of mathematical perfection does not happen very often in these polls, especially with 114 votes. That is divisible by 3, so it does make sense that the distribution could be exactly 2/3 to 1/3. So anyway, onto some statistics about the highest paid NFL and NBA players. For the NFL, which is the National Football League, the 5 highest paid players are all quarterbacks. So if you want to maximize your chances of becoming a multimillionaire in the NBA or just by playing football in general, pursue a career as a quarterback. In the top spot is Dak Prescott of the Dallas Cowboys. As I said, he is a quarterback, and during the 2024 season, he made a whopping $60 million. In second place is Jordan Love of the Green Bay Packers, another quarterback, who made $55 million. In third place, or should I say sharing second place, is Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars, yet another quarterback who also made $55 million in the 2024 season. In fourth place, with the exact same salary, is Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals, yet another quarterback who's making $55 million in the 2024 season. Coming up in fifth place is Tua Tagovailoa, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, of the Miami Dolphins, yet another quarterback making $53.1 million. So these salaries are quite impressive, and I would certainly love to be earning over $50 million per year, but again, it's very, very rare that even a highly talented football player will ever attain such levels of stardom. I believe I remember seeing a statistic that only 7% of high school football players end up playing football in college, which is generally a jumping off point for a career in the NFL. So you're already at a statistical disadvantage if you want to attain these impressive earnings. Now onto the highest paid NBA players, that is the National Basketball Association. In first place is Stephen Curry of the Golden State Warriors, who made a salary of $55.8 million in 2024. In second place is Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets, not chicken nuggets, they're like nuggets of gold, making a salary of $51.4 million in 2024. In third place is Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 79ers, making a salary of $51.4 million. In fourth place is Kevin Durant of the Phoenix Suns, making a salary of $51.2 million. In fifth place, also from the Phoenix Suns, is Bradley Beal, making a salary of $50.2 million. So all of these salaries sound extremely impressive, but it's important to remember that these are just the top 5 players from leagues with hundreds of players, and that getting into those leagues is extremely difficult because there are millions of people who play football and basketball in high school who are actually quite good at it, who get cheered on at their games by their entire towns or cities or fan bases, but they don't end up making it to the NFL or NBA where you can truly make those big bucks. So it's important to remember that these high salaried football and basketball players are, in essence, kind of statistically unlikely, almost like statistical white noise, because the average person who plays football or basketball in high school is not going to end up in the NFL or NBA with $1 million salary. So anyway, Charlie, thank you for listening to my little spiel about professional athletes. I hope that even though those salaries were very impressive, you're not bamboozled into thinking that it's an attainable goal for most people. And before I go, I would like to show you the poll as it appears on the LinkedIn website, just to prove that I'm not making this distribution up. Here's the poll as it appears on the LinkedIn website. As you can see, it got 114 votes, and that 2 times as many people said that professional athletes are overpaid as those who said that professional athletes are not overpaid. Anyway, Charlie, thank you for listening to my 57th video poll analysis, and stay tuned tomorrow for my 58th poll analysis. We are coming up on 60 days, almost 2 months, of this polling experiment, and I could not be more excited or thrilled.